to Dynamic Homeschool. In this video, I wanted to share some tips that I do within our homeschool to make it run smoother and more enjoyable. So stay tuned. Welcome back. So I've been homeschooling for 9 years, which is just crazy to think about that. Like 9 years is a long time. I think that's the longest job that I've ever done in my life so far. So, anyways, 9 years. I have watched a lot of YouTube videos of day in the life, tips and tricks to running your homeschool smoothly and other people's schedules and what do they do and how do they make it fun. And over these 9 years, I have changed our environment. I've changed our routine. I've tried everything. And there are a few things that have stuck around, and these are the things that for me, I feel are simple changes, but extremely vital to making our homeschool run smoothly and efficiently and still be really fun. So let's start. So tip 1 is waking up before your children. I think not everybody is a morning person, but I think it is just so important because children have full of energy when they first wake up and they have a load of questions. And us adults are just not ready to tackle the world first thing in the morning from little children. So I think waking up early is important because I get to fill my cup. I get a slow roll morning where I get to get my coffee, or I can work out, or I can spend time with God. I can watch a TV show. I can just sit and think, like whatever I need to do, I can do without having a whole bunch of little children in my ear asking me a whole lot of questions that I just got up. So waking up early allows me to prep and plan for the next week. I can do anything within those hours. I like to wake up between 5 and 5:30, and then my children are waking up around 7:30 or 8. So I have about 2 hours of just time to myself. So I think that's tip number 1 is waking up before your children. Tip number 2 is plan for the following week. I'm not talking just your school week because that is also very important to understand what you're doing in school for the following week, but I'm talking extracurricular activities. I'm talking out of the house things, meeting with your homeschool group, enjoying what the city has to offer. Planning those allows you to actually form your school around the other learning opportunities that are offered instead of only book work. To be honest, when the holidays started up until maybe a month ago, we were in this rut of just staying indoors. It is winter time, but we were just staying indoors. We were missing homeschool groups because I wasn't planning, because I was just going day by day. And I realized that just doesn't work for me, because I am a creature of habit. I like doing the same thing over and over, and I need it to be planned. And when it's not planned, I'm not going to do it. So planning a week in advance, or even just the entire month, if you know what you're going to be doing, is important. So you can enjoy those fun things that the city has to offer with your children and still do school. Tip number 3 would be a morning, mid-afternoon, lunch basket. And this is from Pam Barnhill, but I think I listened to a podcast, Homeschool Solutions, and he was talking about family meetings, which is pretty similar to morning basket. But in this time, this is where we meet first thing before school even starts and discuss dreams, or discuss what's going to happen for the day, or discuss the week, or talk about our dogs and our cats and what silly things they're doing. And so we just got to hang out, and then we go into our history, our art, our poems, our geography, our science. All of the activities that we can do together are happening first thing in the morning, and hopefully they're fun. Like art is fun, science experiments are fun, and we're getting to spend and laugh together before we go into maybe some of the more serious subjects and break apart. I started this when my children were little, but I didn't see the value because I was with them all the time because they were in elementary school. But as My oldest is now in high school, and my second oldest is in middle school and kind of moving into teen years. They're doing a lot more stuff by themselves that they don't need me. And so I am seeing the value of doing this first, doing our morning basket or mid-afternoon basket first. What's important about this is that we have a strict start time. So everybody has to eat, have their teeth brushed, change of clothes, like they have to be in clean clothes. And then they meet me, and so they know, and so the time management is in their hands. So this also builds executive functioning skills and managing their time and being somewhere on time. My last tip would be limiting screen time. I know as homeschoolers, this is a hard task, but I think it is vitally important because computers and games and phones can take away and distract. And I'm not talking only for your children, I am talking for yourself. I have made a very big effort to, and I shouldn't say effort, like I'm doing, making sure that I'm not picking up my phone and looking at Facebook or TikTok or something, because I can get sucked in, and then my children are just waiting around, and then time is just flying and we're losing time. And I homeschooled them so I could spend time with them. The same goes for my children, limiting their time because they will rush through school to get to it, and then they won't appreciate the learning journey. So limiting it however is best for your family. Right now, we are currently trying no screens Monday through Thursday. They can watch TV, but if it's really nice outside, I'm forcing them out. So the goal is to just have other hobbies and do other things. And same for me, not getting sucked into those things. Those are luxury things that maybe I can do before bed, but not during school, putting my phone down and not answering phone calls that I don't need to answer. That's also important, why your phone should be away, because family and friends think that because you are home that you have time, and you tell them school doesn't take that long, but they'll call and then you'll be on the phone for 2 hours. And so now 2 hours is gone. So limiting screen time, electronic time. So the point is treat homeschool like it's a job. I read a blog and it just was mind blowing. Treat it like a job. You are working between 7 and 4 or 7 and 1. And so during that time, you would not be talking on the phone. You would not be FaceTiming. You wake up early to get ready for work. You have meetings which you're at work. Homeschooling is a job, and treat it as such, and you will accomplish so much, and your children will accomplish so much, and it just runs smoothly. So hopefully these tips help. For me, they are working wonderfully. There are things that we have just stuck around. If you have any tips, please put them below for other homeschoolers. Because again, I still watch tons of videos to figure out what's going to work best and try it out on our family. But happy homeschooling.